Have you ever woken up in the middle of the night with your legs cramping like a vice grip, or tried to stand up after sitting too long only to feel like your knees are made of rusted iron? What about that dull, relentless pressure in your chest? Not quite pain, but not peace either. For years I lived with this, the burning joints, the numb fingers, the heartbeat that skipped like an old record. My doctors called it aging. I called it torture. But then something unexpected happened. An old remedy whispered among natural healers landed in my hands, a pinch of cayenne pepper every day. At first I laughed. How could something so simple, so spicy possibly help? But I tried it, and within weeks I began to feel a change. Not a miracle, but a shift. Warmth where there was cold. Flow where there was stiffness. In this video, I'll tell you exactly what happened when I started eating cayenne pepper every day, the good, the bad, and the surprising. Watch until the end. There's a truth most people don't know, and it could change your life. For most of my life, I believed what everyone told me. It's just old age. These pains are normal. Learn to live with them. But deep down, I never accepted that suffering should be the price of getting older. I started reading, listening, searching. What I found shocked me. The real problem wasn't my joints, it wasn't my age, it was my blood. You see, blood is life. It carries oxygen, nutrients, warmth. But as we age, our circulation slows. Our blood gets lazy. It struggles to reach the tiny vessels in our hands, feet, brain, and heart. When blood stops flowing freely, everything suffers. Your legs cramp, your memory fades, your heart works harder, and you feel exhausted doing almost nothing. This isn't just aging, it's stagnation, and that's when cayenne pepper entered the story. Unlike coffee or tobacco, which stimulate the nerves but leave your body jittery, cayenne stimulates something far more vital, your circulation. It gets the blood moving safely, naturally, powerfully. When your blood flows better, everything improves. Pain eases, warmth returns, your mind sharpens. This isn't a miracle. It's biology. And it's the part no one ever told us. But won't it burn me? When I first heard about cayenne pepper as a remedy, my immediate reaction was fear. Spice. At my age, I already have stomach sensitivity. What if it makes it worse? I imagined fiery pain, acid reflux, maybe even an ulcer. My mind replayed warnings I had heard over the years: don't eat spicy food after 60. But here's what no one told me: cayenne doesn't burn, it heals. You see, the compound in cayenne capsaicin doesn't irritate your stomach lining. It actually does the opposite. When taken properly, it stimulates blood flow to the stomach, enhancing digestion, soothing ulcers, and reducing internal bleeding. Yes, reducing bleeding. It turns out cayenne constricts blood vessels where needed and dilates them elsewhere, balancing circulation. This helps seal small lesions and accelerate healing. Still, I was cautious. The first time I took it, I mixed just 1/8 teaspoon in warm water and sipped slowly. I waited for the burn, but what came was a gentle warmth, like a heater turned on from within. My belly didn't hurt. It felt alive. Over the next few days, something surprising happened. The bloating I had every night gone. The feeling of heaviness after lunch gone. My trips to the toilet became regular, easy, clean. What I thought would harm me actually healed me. How to start safely. Begin with 1/8 teaspoon of cayenne powder in 1 cup of warm water once daily after breakfast. Stir well. Sip slowly. If it feels too strong, add a few drops of honey or a squeeze of lemon. Don't take it on an empty stomach. Always after a meal. This tiny change did more for my digestion in 2 weeks than any pill I've taken in years, and all it cost me just 1 pinch of courage. 2, won't it make my inflammation worse? For years I believed something most people still think today: spicy foods cause inflammation. So when someone suggested I try cayenne pepper for my joint pain, I thought, are they crazy? My knees already feel like they're on fire. Every morning, I'd wake up to stiffness like someone had poured cement into my legs overnight. The swelling around my fingers made it hard to hold a cup of tea. I assumed cayenne would only make the burning worse. But I was wrong. Completely wrong. Cayenne pepper, or more specifically capsaicin, doesn't add fire to your joints, it removes it. Here's how: there's a compound in your body called substance P. It's responsible for transmitting pain and inflammation signals to your brain. Capsaicin naturally depletes substance P, which means fewer signals, less pain, and reduced swelling. Not by numbing you, not by hiding the pain, but by calming the fire from the inside out. After just 1 week of adding cayenne to my meals, I started noticing the difference. I could walk down the stairs without gripping the handrail. My hands didn't feel tight in the mornings, and the deep dull ache in my lower back slowly faded into silence. How to use it for inflammation relief. Sprinkle a pinch 1/8 TSP into warm soup or mix with cottage cheese stews or soft-boiled eggs. Use it in foods that are warm, not too hot in temperature, to let it absorb slowly. Take once a day after your main meal. This spice didn't inflame my body. It defended it. It taught me something powerful. What you fear might just be your cure if you learn how to use it with respect. 3. I thought my metabolism was gone forever. There's a silent grief. Many older people carry a grief we rarely talk about. It's not just the number on the scale. It's the feeling that our bodies have given up. I used to eat less and still gain weight. My clothes got tighter, even though I was walking every day. My hands swelled. My belly felt puffy. And worst of all, I felt cold inside, as if the fire in my body had gone out. Doctors said it was normal at my age, but deep inside I asked, is it really, or is my body just asleep? Then I discovered cayenne pepper's effect on metabolism, not as a magic pill, but as a spark. Capsaicin, the same compound that gives cayenne its heat, does something remarkable. It tells your body to burn energy again. It activates brown fat, increases thermogenesis, and improves insulin sensitivity. In simpler terms, your body turns calories into warmth. Your cravings for sugar reduce. Your fat gets used, not stored. After 2 weeks of taking cayenne daily, I felt it. My feet weren't icy cold in the morning. I didn't need a second cup of coffee to wake up. My waistband loosened, not because I lost water, but because my metabolism was alive again. How to use cayenne for metabolism boosting. Mix 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne with lemon water or warm ginger tea before a short walk. Take it in the morning or early afternoon, not at night. Stay consistent. The effect builds over time, not overnight. I didn't go on a diet. I didn't count calories. I just gave my body the message, wake up. And cayenne delivered it gently but powerfully. For my heart was whispering, and I didn't hear it. There's a kind of tiredness that sleep can't fix. I used to feel it in the afternoons, that silent pressure behind my chest, the shortness of breath when walking to the mailbox. Not pain exactly, more like a quiet warning. A whisper from the heart, I'm working too hard. At first I ignored it. After all, I wasn't having a heart attack. I passed the checkups, but I knew something wasn't right. My hands were colder. My ankles swelled more easily. My energy disappeared after climbing just 10 steps. That's when I learned what cayenne pepper truly is: a circulatory herb. Not just a spice, not just a remedy for digestion or weight loss, but a gentle helper for your heart and blood vessels. Here's how cayenne helps dilate arteries and capillaries, allowing blood to flow more easily, especially to the hard-to-reach places like your brain, fingers, and feet. It also reduces plaque buildup, supports lower blood pressure, and prevents the tiny clots that cause strokes and heart attacks. And unlike medication, it doesn't thin your blood dangerously. It helps your body regulate itself naturally. After 3 weeks of daily cayenne use, I could walk a full block without stopping. My fingers weren't bluish in the mornings. The tension in my chest softened, and so did my anxiety. How to use cayenne for heart health. After your heaviest meal of the day, usually lunch, mix 1 to 4 teaspoons of cayenne powder in warm water and drink slowly. Do not take on an empty stomach. If you're on blood-thinning medication, speak with your doctor, but start with a tiny pinch to build tolerance. This simple habit didn't just change my heart health. It changed how I feel about aging. Because now I don't feel like I'm fading. I feel like I'm circulating again, alive again. I used to think healing had to be complicated, strict diets, long routines, pills with side effects I couldn't pronounce. But then I found something different. A quiet, steady rhythm. A way to let my body heal gently every day. Here's how I do it, and how you can too. No pressure, no rules. Just one small act of care at a time. Morning, gently wake the fire inside. Right after waking up before breakfast, I start my day with something simple. A cup of warm water, a squeeze of lemon, and just 1/8 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. It sounds small, but it wakes up the blood. The warmth spreads from my belly to my fingers. I feel more alive, more present. No coffee jitters, just quiet energy. If you like, you can add a drop of honey. Sip it slowly, then wait 10-15 minutes before eating your usual breakfast. That's all. Afternoon, help your heart and digestion work in harmony. After lunch, when the body is tired, digestion slows, and the heart is working hard, I give it a little help. Not with a pill, but with food. I add 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne into my warm soup or sprinkle it over some cooked vegetables. If I don't feel like eating it, I mix it into warm herbal tea. Peppermint, thyme, or chamomile works well. It settles in, gently warms the belly, and helps blood move through the heart with more ease. That heavy feeling in my chest after meals gone. This is also the best time to take cayenne if you're on medications. Food acts as a cushion. Evening, release the tension, ease the pain. At night, my joints used to ache. My legs would swell. I'd lie in bed feeling like my blood was heavy stuck. Now I take one last, simple step. Before bed, I mix 1/8 teaspoon of cayenne into a small cup of warm oat milk or sweet herbal tea, something comforting. It's gentle, not spicy. It calms the inflammation that builds up during the day and helps me sleep without that dull, nagging pain. Some nights I massage a bit of cayenne oil into my knees or feet. Wrap them in a warm towel. It's not a treatment. It's a kindness, one that brings peace. This is my ritual. Morning to wake up, afternoon to support, night to heal. No drastic changes. Just a quiet whisper to my body, I'm still here and I still care. Sometimes we wait for a miracle, a treatment, a new medicine, a breakthrough. But what if healing doesn't come as a thunderstorm? What if it comes as a warm sip in the morning, a gentle spice in your lunch, a quiet comfort before sleep? Cayenne pepper didn't cure everything in my life, but it changed everything by giving my body a chance to do what it was meant to do: circulate, digest, heal, feel alive again. And the best part, it takes less than 5 minutes a day. You don't need to change your whole life. You don't need to be brave, you just need to start. With a pinch, with a pause, with a little patience. So here's my invitation to you. Try it for 1 week. Follow the simple routine I shared. Observe what changes in your joints, your breath, your energy, your sleep. And if something shifts even a little, don't stop. Because sometimes healing doesn't shout. Sometimes it whispers. And cayenne is one of those whispers. And if this video spoke to you even a little, I'd love to know. Please click like if it helped you feel understood. Write a comment, even just the word yes, to let me know you're here and you're trying. Subscribe if you want more gentle, honest ways to take care of your health with no noise, no pressure. Your voice matters. Your journey matters. And together, we can build a space where aging doesn't mean fading, it means awakening.